Um, but in 2008, things changed. I was living in Denver and working there, and all of a sudden I couldn't find any more work. And so I looked for other places to go that had opportunity and wound up in Casper. And I did find a job, and I never went. I actually crawled in a bottle. I was so depressed for having to leave my home for 26 years and leaving my son back in Denver that nothing was happy for me anymore. And so after battling that for a while, I decided it just wasn't worth it. And I was going to take my own life at that point. So I drove up to the Casper Mountain to my old cabin that I had, and right at the last minute I heard the Lord speak to my heart and said, "Clearly, this is not what I had planned for you." So I drove down the mountain and drove around aimlessly and wound up in front of this building in North Casper, not knowing what to do next. And I thought it was pretty crazy, because I looked up at the building and I recognized it as what was the town brothel when I was in high school. And I felt compelled to go in. And I never even thought twice about not going in. I went in, and the man behind the desk took one look at me and said, "You're here for program." And that's when I found out that it was the Central Wyoming Rescue Mission, and it changed my life. That's when I renewed my love for the Lord and gave everything to Him. At that point, I look back on it. I know the Bible tells us in James chapter 1 to consider it all joy when you face trials, tribulations. And at the time, it's pretty hard to do sometimes. But you look back on it now, and it's absolutely true. The perfect perseverance to build you into what He wants you to be. And that's what brought me here today to work in this ministry. And I thank Him every day. And I thank you folks for coming here too. Amen.